I feel like Black Lives Matter movement, everybody does a Black Lives Matter movement for their own reasons. For example, some people do it for their loved ones that have passed away, and some people just do it for an excuse to lash out.
I feel like Black Lives Matter is a big movement that could really change the community and how people live their lives, and young men, young women, families in general. I feel like Black Lives Matter is something that'll help open the eyes of the police and actually give a care to Black lives.
It's amazing that now we're creating a community to actually do something positive within the world right now, especially in the United States in general. I'm glad that the violence stopped, because I feel like there was no answer with violence. You know, now that we're creating a unity for peace, it's a whole different, I think everything is energy. So if we're creating a unity for peace and moving together in a peaceful manner, we could only express that, you know what I mean? And that's what we need right now more than anything.
It's crazy because how people will treat Black people and how they get treated differently than white people and other type of race.
Just having some peace and some love right now with everybody standing one by one with nothing negative happening, that's like greatness right there.
Black lives should matter. Everybody's lives should matter. But you can't say Black Lives Matter if one on one are going against each other. Like, two Black people shouldn't be going against each other. Two people of color shouldn't be going against each other at all, you know? Everybody should stick together, and that's what people don't know. Everybody, all the, like, no offense, but like, all the, say, Jewish people, the Chinese people, they got money, they got companies, they got stores and stuff, because they stick together. Black people don't stick together, so that's why we always be down in the dumps, or always somewhere where we don't belong, because nobody knows how to stick together.
Yes, it gotta stop. It's too much. I don't see, you know, I see a lot of, you know, posts where they compare, like, I've seen videos where police get into altercations with, for me, a Caucasian male or a Caucasian human, and they're not so quick to pull their guns. But for a Black male or female, it's, you know, it's quick to draw. So it's just, you know, it gotta stop. We not asking for them to get off the streets. We just asking, you know, to, you know, stop the police brutality.
Use your phone. It's in your lap right there.
I just don't want to put my hands down. I'm really sorry.
You're just really wrong.
No. I've just seen way too many videos of problems.
But you're not Black. Remember, we only kill Black people. Yeah, we only kill Black people, right? All the videos you've seen, have you seen any white people get killed?
Police have stopped me with my friend. We was on our way to our party, and they stopped us because we had book bags on, we had hoodies on, and we was young Black men. They stopped us to see what we were doing, and instead of acting hostile and angry and upset with the police, we just treated them with respect. Well, if they was disrespectful to us, we would have still remained humble, because we know how police are. Some police, especially racist police, they want trouble. They want to hurt young Black men. They don't want us to live the life that we're living now. I mean, they want us to be slaves. They want us to do this. They want us to do that.
How they walk, talk, they get stopped by the police for no reason, and they get restrained and handcuffed and arrested for no apparent reason. I'm not only Latino, I'm Black too, and I feel mistreated. I feel judged.
I've been stopped by the police before, and it was it's never a good experience, but I know to just keep my hands where they can see it and stay calm, and I'll get through it no matter if I get locked up or not. I'll just handle it in court.
I feel like they need to stop doing what they're doing and treat everybody equally and it needs to be peaceful, and it needs to be justice for every type of race, not only Black people.
People being able to own weapons for self-protection, it varies on the perspective, because I completely understand the aspect of owning it to feel protected, but then like I feel like if you view violence, it's because you create violence yourself. So if you give love, you're able to see love. Whatever you give is what you receive.
It depends on what state they're in. Like if you got hunting in your state, you know, yes, you should be. If you live in like the city, you know, I don't see why you should be able to not be able to have one, but you know, you can't bring it outside or anything. Like you gotta, you know, for like law officers, law enforcement only. You know, you have to get into law enforcement in order to, you know, so it could be like safe. You know, you could keep up with it.
Situations do happen where another person's life could be saved, or their own life could be saved, and just because they had their legal weapon on them and they ended up doing something that they needed to do, people still end up in jail. People still end up locked up for no reason, even though they was just trying to save their own life or save somebody else's.
To be honest, I'm in the middle. I don't really know. I really don't know. I feel like it should not be legal for people, even if they have a license, unless they're not cops. I feel like that because it's a lot of gang violence and shootings, and you're killing innocent people and killing babies. And I feel like, yeah, because a lot of people get robbed, tries to get shot, and they're trying to protect themselves and their family. So I'm in the middle bridge of it.
Two things I would change. I would say the conditions, the process, meaning the waiting process. They have long, you know, they have us get up at, you know, 5 in the morning just to get on the bus by 6. Just to, you know, it's a waiting process just to get there by 7 and don't see no one until like 10 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock. You know, and we just sitting in cells waiting, sitting in cells waiting, you know, all day. And then when we don't see nobody, you know, it's like we just sit in the cell all day for what? We could have just stayed, you know, over there, or, you know. And sometimes they want us to have just court appearances just to show up in court, not to see nobody. Like, there's no point in that. You know? It's just a lot of stress, extra stress that, you know, we're already incarcerated. You know, whether we're innocent or not, you know, there's a lot of stress. At the end of the day, we're still human beings. Just like you wouldn't treat us on the outside, we have to be treated the same way. Some of our, you know, privileges already took it away. So most you could do. Two benefits I see being incarcerated on Rikers is, one, benefits, meaning, you know, like programs and trades, you know. And two, it definitely help you clear your mind, help you get back on the right track, you know, help you get away from, you know, the outside world, have you, you know, look back on things.
Being in custody wasn't cool at all. It wasn't fun. It was boring. It's just not a cool place to be, you know. People start with you for no reason. Everybody always want to test you. It's just not a good environment, you know. You want to be able to eat what you want and live how you want to live. You don't want to live by another man's rules. You want to live by your own. So I don't think it wasn't a good experience at all.
Most of the times you would think it's an inmate, you know, that you'll get into an altercation with, but it's, you know, it's also COs who, you know, you also get, you know, into conflicts too, and it's not like, you know, you will start with them. It was like they will pick with you. You know, there'll be something could not be going good for them at home, and they'll come to work and take it out on us. Cause, you know, look at us, we're in different suit than they are.
The Kite program gives you a lot of advice, gives you a lot of things that you need to know for the everyday life you live in. You know, it gives us, we get encouraged. It gives us a lot of encouragement and confidence to tell our story and tell people how we really feel and stuff. So it's a great way to express your feelings, express what you need to express, have a little help, have a little more support, and get the services you need.
The Kite and GG definitely helped me in a major way. It definitely keeping me out of trouble. It's giving me something to do. It's giving me something to focus on. And especially Gigi. Gigi, you know, she talks to me, you know, helps me, you know, even if I can't make some of the, you know, classes or something, you know, she'll help me, you know, make it this time, make it that time, do it this way, do it that way, so therefore you can make it the next time, you know. They work with me and everything. I don't have no problems.
Me working with the Kite has given me a chance to talk to youth and all the older people that's before me that has made mistakes. And I'm here to tell y'all and show y'all that even though you made those mistakes, it could all be changed. Maybe not like a snap of a finger, but it's gonna be done.
They help the kids financially and make sure the kids is situated and they have everything they need in life, especially being taken from their parents. Probably their parents wasn't able to provide them with majority of certain things that they needed. ACS makes sure the kid has everything he needs. Like those programs like therapy and other programs that helps kids mentally, it helps give them a chance to go back to a regular life and not be traumatized by their past experiences.
They're there for kids who really need it. Like some kids have like fiend mothers and like, you know, parents who don't care about them, and ACS come and take them and put them in better homes and find better things for them to do with their lives, you know, because they don't have that type of love and that type of, you know, homeliness in their home.
The ACS is doing that is great right now is creating this opportunity of communication. We know that there's a problem and we can't just focus on the problem, but then we never pay attention to what is the solution. And for them to allow in this moment, this project itself to come together is obviously them reaching out, trying to find the growth and the solution to the problem, which is dope.
What ACS does well? Nothing.
Two things ACS can do better is empower young children that have been put into the system and just been thrown out there, like parents that wasn't able to take care of the kid or parents that wasn't ready to take care of the kid. I feel like those kids that been damaged with those type of experiences, I feel like ACS, they should be able to empower the young children to show them that they still have a future and they still able to live their lives and that they're able to become great parents themselves. And I feel like another thing that ACS could do better is more activities, more things for the the kids to do. I feel like kids, they need stuff to do. They need to be occupied. And I feel like without that, it's going to be the reason why they get into gang activities and a whole bunch of other negative stuff they shouldn't have to be into.
What I believe the ACS can do better is creating a tighter system. A system that will actually help the kids, not only just inside, but outside. I feel like they haven't figured that part. It's a process, which is dope, but they haven't figured out a system, a specific system that will allow a kid, the percentage of going back into incarceration is one, to help the kids not go back to jail and actually change a whole different route. Allow the kids to see that there's way more options than going back to the same thing that they're accustomed to.
They don't treat us well, we get mistreated, they don't provide for us well, we don't get better placements, we get mistreated by placements, we're on the streets, kids are getting jail time because of what they've been through in ACS, PTSD, fights, gang violence.
Going directly to the kids first. Finding someone that can actually connect with the kids directly, that has to be the head of everything. because that person cannot specifically connect with the kids. Everybody else under them was really the impact of the head source is not connecting what's really who we're really trying to help. It's inevitable. It's like, what? That doesn't even make sense. So that's the first thing I would honestly do.
I feel like, sports and like some justice programs and like some gang programs that like teach teenagers that it's not good to be in a gang, what happens in being in a gang, what jail time you'll get for being in gang and shootings and all that. So I feel like those can be a good thing to be, and actually a drug program, because a lot of kids do pop pills, take pills, and do a lot of drugs, and they kill their own self due to what ACS does to us.
ACS should do more for the kids, like instead of just taking them out of home and putting them in another home, get them in programs and get them in stuff that can help them make money and help them become ready for life, even though that they aren't in the home where they're supposed to be.
If I was ever to reinvent it, it would be like cleaner, better food, better clothing, better shoes, stuff to provide a kid for their everyday life, stuff they need, provide them money, Metro cards, provide them more services they need, after school activities, tutors, everything, to make it a better environment and make a kid want to feel safe instead of run the streets all night.
I believe that a tactic that can help put the kids in a better position is art. And I believe art is almost everything. Even if it's sports itself, it's creating an environment outside that they can go to, like, oh wow, this is dope, this is gonna keep me out of trouble. Because it takes 21 to 66 days to form a habit, right? If we allow them to have an environment where they can continuously come, their past life starts to disappear. They have new habits, new actions, a whole new lifestyle. And now they're able to find different things. All I doing is, no, I don't like this, but I like this. Ooh, that was dope. Ooh, maybe I could be an actor. Maybe I could be a basketball player. Because they don't know who they are. They're kids. That's what it is. It's lack of identity. They don't even know who they are. And if we allow them to have an environment where they can figure that out, when they have people they can not only do collaborative things with, projects, sports, but also have a mentor, someone, a guidance, that they won't feel like it's like, oh, yes, sir. Oh, I have to listen. No, somebody they can connect to. Connection is like a huge factor for the kid itself.
See myself starting, or basically in the midst of having my own business. I want to be on a trip. I want to take a few trips when I'm like 25,
I'm 21, and if where I see myself in 5 years is fully settled down with my family and my girlfriend, in a house with a job, the trade job of my choice, which is most likely to be plumbing. Definitely not in New York. I'm definitely, want to move to like down south, or somewhere nice.
Myself as a multi-millionaire with multi-natural talents like music, art, fashion, and etc.
I'm 14, in 3 years I will be 17, and hopefully I'll have my own crib, and I'm gonna start my life right now, because I'm going to high school and start my career. I'm gonna be a singer, a dancer, a model, and probably a writer. Probably have a family by the time I'm in my 20s. Yeah, have a better life and treat my kids better than what I was treated in my life.
I'm 26 years old, and I know that everything I've been saying in the past, I'm gonna accomplish it, and that's the best answer I could possibly give.
Your life is like an everyday poem. And an everyday poem is used for rap, singing, or anything else. So the day goes by, you can always think that your day is just like a poem, and it's just not gonna stay the same for long.
So Growing Pains is a single that I produced and recorded myself, and I feel like growing pains is an undervalued term just because of the negative stigma of pain itself. You know, once you hear pain, everybody tends to hear and visualize things that it's already connected to the word. So I wanted to give it its own twist and value to it. So growing pains is basically dark times and hard moments and being able to overcome that and grow from that. Because we all experience pain. There's not a human in this world, whether it's because my cup spilled on top of my lap or my girlfriend just left me. We experience pain, but we all have the options to whether it becomes stagnant, drop, or grow. So that's where it's really coming together for me.
I want to be better. I want to be a better version of myself. I want to look presentable more. I want to be out more. I want to be able to go where I want to go, do what I want to do, and have the things in life that I need to do better. So yeah, 5 years of life, 5 years from now, I feel like I'm gonna be doing better than, way better than what I'm doing right now.